and welcome back to another episode of Unconditional
Hotmess
with your hosts,
me, Rhonda, Hotmess Mama MD,
and myself, Haley, also known as Love Haley.
You guys, I'm going to start right into what the heck with this solar eclipse. Like, you went and you watched it, right?
Yeah, I watched it from the balcony. I had like 99.7%.
Okay, so here's my question. When you went out and came in, how did you feel?
Fine.
No headaches? No dizziness?
Okay, well...
Your eyes?
So here's the thing. We were letting the dogs out right at the beginning of the eclipse because I was home that day waiting for Becca to get home. And so then I let the dogs out, and then I was like, oh, I need to see where the sun is at. So, and I didn't think the eclipse had started yet. And I'm like, I need to see where the sun is at so we can see it from the balcony. So then I look up right at the sun.
Yeah, I did that a couple times on accident.
And I was like, oh, that hurt. Like, that didn't feel nice. And so then I felt really, like, a little bit dizzy and disoriented for a minute. But I literally only looked up at the sun for just a second, and I was fine. And then we went inside, and we didn't look at the sun unless we had our eclipse glasses on. We did, like, pop our glasses up a few times to, like, see what, like, the outside looked like. And it just looked like you just turned down the saturation. But because it didn't get dark where we were.
Yeah, but how did you physically feel is what I'm asking.
Oh, I felt fine.
That's good.
It's been a long week. I heard that everyone's saying the eclipse made the week feel like a two in 1 week.
No, I feel like my week went fast, but I noticed, like, I posted it on TikTok. There was, like, trails, chemtrails is what everyone's calling them, in the sky. And I came in, like, I already have allergies that I deal with, okay? But this has been next level allergies. So I came in, my eyes were itchy and they were burning. And I was like, that's weird. And I didn't have sunglasses on because obviously we were going between those things for the solar eclipse. So then I noticed, like, looking up and everything, I started getting, like, a headache by the time I came in, and I felt a little dizzy. I'm like, this is really freaking weird, whatever. Well, by the next day, my eyes hurt. So this was, like, Tuesday. So I was kind of having to, like, move like this because I hurt. Well, by Wednesday, forget it. It was, like, so much head pressure pain. It was just god-awful. Yesterday, I stayed in bed all day long because I hurt so bad, and, like, my joints and everything hurt. Today, I'm doing better, but obviously, you can hear me. Well, I've seen all over TikTok, people are saying, like, people got sick from the solar eclipse, that it was your ancestors cleansing you or something. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but both your siblings dealt with it. So that's why I was curious of how you, like, if you were affected by it.
No, I mean, I have a little bit of a stuffy nose, but, like, that's...
Yeah, I'm miserable. I'm like, this sucks. So I don't know, like, part of me thinks it's, like, I mean, kind of, that would be cool if, in fact, it was, like, the ancestors coming cleansing and all of that stuff. But, I mean, you can hear it in my voice. It's, like, all in my head. So, I don't know, but I'm curious. Do any of you all feel the effects? Because, I mean, like I said, even if it's just allergies, I have never, like, this was next level allergies. Like, my husband and I were driving, and I literally had to, like, close my eyes because the pressure was so bad. It was bad. Like, I was worried at first that my blood pressure was high. It was that bad of a headache. Yeah. So, anyways, how about your week?
It's been fine. My cat broke his litter box. So, we have to get a new litter box.
So, yeah, but I think, like, I'm all over TikTok, TikTok, and they talk about if cats do stuff like that, there's something going on with them. Do you think there's something going on with him?
Yeah, he wants to be more social, and we've been really busy, so we've not been giving him as much attention as he needs.
Oh, well, at least you know then.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what it is, because we'll open that door, and he literally, from wherever part of the room he's at, normally he's up high on top of something, on, like, a shelf or his cat tower, and he will, like, just, like, jump off, and then, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. So we've been trying to let him out for a minimum of at least 30 minutes a day to, like, socialize. But then he keeps ruining it because then he wants to go and eat plants that are poisonous to cats. And I'm like, dude, oops. And I'm just like, bro.
No, will he not get along with the other animals? Or just the other?
No, it's just the other cat. And sometimes Lumpy's a little bit, like, he wants to chase Augie down.
But you don't think there's any way to get the two of them to, like, ever cohabitate together?
I feel like we could. And, you know, everyone says you just gotta let them, like...
duke it out?
Mm-hmm. Which is so terrifying, though, because, like, Anderson's drawn blood from Augie before.
Oh.
So... yeah, but then you know what? When we had Becca's cousin over to help us with some wedding planning stuff, I was showing her kids the cats, and I put Anderson in the bedroom, and then I had, for whatever reason, I had gotten Augie out, and then I went to go get Anderson out, and so Augie stays in the office and Anderson stays in our bedroom. I picked Augie up to put him back in the office, but for whatever reason I didn't think about it, and I put him in the bedroom, and I closed the door with both the cats in there, and then, like, I opened the door because, like, I realized as I was walking back, I was like, oh, shoot, and I, like, swung the door open, and they're both just, like, looking at each other like this, and then they look at me like this, and they were, like, just in shock, and I was like, well, I mean, you didn't immediately try and harm each other, so I feel like we should just, like, put harnesses on them again, and then just continue to let them interact with each other.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's been
they can get out of harnesses. I know. It's, I don't know, it's a whole thing.
I mean, they've got to figure it out at some point.
I know. I really need them to figure it out because I really want to live on a bus. And to have them all on a bus.
I still don't understand why you don't do a camper, just a
because a bus is more customizable than a camper.
Well, I know, but that's expensive. And it's bigger. So you could start off with something already done.
Well, here's why we would need a bus. Because the cats don't get along, so we would have to separate.
Yeah, definitely got to get that figured out, for sure. Okay, if you guys have tips on how to get your cats to like each other, or at least tolerate.
We've gotten the pheromone wall plugs. We have done the give them like a blanket or a sock or whatever and then trade it off. We've tried putting one in the office and one in the bedroom and then switching them so that way they can like use each other's litter boxes and like see what each other has been like doing in there and whatever. But it's just, they just are
punks.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Anderson's more the problem than
now
Augie.
We took them to the vet. We have a 2-story cat carrier. And then when we had Anderson in the carrier and Augie out of the carrier, Augie was running up and hissing at Anderson. So it was like,
oh my God.
You were supposed to be the non-aggressive one. What's happening? So I just
What
don't
if
know.
you catnip them both? Would that... I don't know, because our cat, if I give her, she gets a little, like, feisty after she's gotten...
I don't think mine do. Mine just get more roly-poly.
Yeah, no, mine is like...
Yeah, well, had she have catnip today? Because I walked past her on her little shelf, and she, like, reached out and was like...
that whole thing that I just vacuumed off was filled with catnip and treats. Oh, well, that's where
she was sitting.
Yeah, so somebody loaded her up, so... which now she's sleeping, so...
Yeah, because I went to pet her... And then she grabbed my pants and then tried to bite at my finger. And I was like, oh, bye.
Yeah,
so then
that's
when I was
what
walking
catnip
away,
does
she
to
like
her.
hooked her claw into the side of my pants.
Yeah, she does that. She's a punk.
Yeah.
With catnip. I tell you what, though. Cats, I think, definitely can tell when you're sick.
Yeah.
I don't know about yours, but mine, I was in bed all day yesterday. My 18-year-old came and laid down, too, because my 18-year-old was feeling pretty crummy. And our cat laid with me, even after everybody left me. She laid with me until like 9:30 at night when I finally went to bed.
That's cute.
Yeah, I was like, "Aw."
I'm just gonna hang out with you.
Well, apparently they can sense when your hormones or something are off. So I thought that was pretty cool. The poor thing is exhausted today.
She said, "You're a lot to deal with. I need my beauty sleep."
So, yeah. anyways.
Do you want to update everyone on the trip you went on?
I survived. If you guys haven't seen, I did do a little upload. It's like 8 minutes. 6 of the 8 minutes is just music. And I kind of like was explaining I was more or less trying to live in the moment, because if you guys don't know, I went on a trip with creators and friends to New Orleans. So freaking cool, but I had been an anxious, nervous mess. Even started therapy to help myself through this. So anyways, it was a lot of fun, and it was like 4 days or something like that. And each day was a bunch of stuff to do, and in grand total there was like 40 of us, all like creators in the same industry and everything. And I know some people will be like, do you think you worked yourself up for nothing? No. I don't think so. I think it, like, you just got to validate your feelings, you know what I mean? And I'm really excited that I went and everything, and I had so much fun, and you know, getting to meet everybody, because it was like one of those things where I was worried that it was going to be like catty and everything, and it wasn't at all. It was so cool. And even okay, so I don't have all my words together because I wasn't expecting that question.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. But I mean, you guys see me here, you see me on my other channels, and I get to edit a lot of me out. So one of the things I was trying to work hard on is to think before I speak, because I don't do that. I just kind of let stuff fall out of my face. But, you know, you also want to make a good first impression of the, you know, with everybody. So, yeah, that was like one of the things that I was trying to do, but I also am very quiet and shy until I'm comfortable. And I just had a lot of stuff I was thinking in my head, like to don't look like a ding dong because you can't edit yourself, blah blah blah. So I really didn't know how I came across to people, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And the cool thing is after the trip was over, I got DMs from some of the other creators, and it was just so cool to hear from them, because in my head, like, hello, rejection fear, I thought, oh, okay, well, it'll be nice for the moment, but I probably won't get to talk to people after this because, you know, awkward Rhonda. No, some of us have really had communications since then, and it's been really cool. I don't know if any of that made sense because I'm still like a brain bobble over here with all the issues I'm having, but no, at the end of the day, I'm really sorry I'm boring you, Haley.
No, I just didn't sleep very well. I'm trying to win something on the radio, so I've been listening to the radio for like, I mean, I have it playing for about 20 hours a day, but I'm only awake for maybe about 16 of those hours or something. I don't know.
If even, I feel like don't get that much sleep.
That would mean that I would get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm only awake for about 18 of those hours. Maybe 19.
Yeah, I'm like, go on.
So, like, even right now, I have, if you're watching the video, I have an AirPod in underneath my headphones, and this music is playing very slightly. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so that's why I was yawning, because I'm not getting good sleep.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise!
But anyways, yeah, no, the trip went really good, really great, and I would do it all over again. Including the therapy. Thank you.
So when they invite you on the next trip, you're going to be like, yes, I'm going. And you're not going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
It's me. I'm definitely going to do that. But it's okay because I have therapy. So, however, if you guys did watch, I think I mentioned it in our last podcast where my therapist went on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
She went on vacation. But what was so cute is she actually messaged me while she was on vacation to check on me. And I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So I really appreciated that. You know, you got a good therapist when she does that. So
for sure.
Anyways, but yeah, no, I will definitely, if they invite me back, which now it's that whole like, did I make the cut? That's anxiety right there.
For sure.
Will I get invited on the next one?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, no. And I will say, like, I did do a room by myself, and I'm really glad I did do that because I'm the type that I get very overstimulated really easily, and I needed that downtime, like, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, if I had you there, it would have been different, but, like, some of them was just like, yeah, rooming with anybody, and I'm like, oh, the amount of anxiety I would have had for that.
Yeah.
I could never. But no, I think it was, I'm really, really thankful that they gave us that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I know I talked to somebody else who kind of said the same thing. I need my alone time. And for someone like me, I need that. Not because I don't want to be around everybody. I loved being around everyone. But like I said, for me, I get overstimulated. And there were times I had to go in the room and kind of like shake it out. Because I was like, okay, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great.
I have a trip coming up. Mine and my fiance's bachelorette. We're doing it together because we can.
Wait, I have to interrupt you.
What?
Again, last podcast we talked about your chairs and tent.
Oh my gosh, we got that.
Yeah.
We did it.
I wanted to, so everybody wasn't stressing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys were stressing. I was a little stressing, but they did it.
Yeah, it's all good. My fiance took care of it, so.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so we're going on a trip. And it's 3 hours away where we're going, okay? Which, like, is no big deal. But so we have to take one of our dogs because, I'm not gonna lie, my dad fell through. He just told me he's never gonna watch the dog again. Which, like, it's because of reasons, and I understand, and it makes sense. But I'm also, like, low-key, like, you could have just, like, stayed in my apartment to watch the dog. But whatever. It's my little dog, Lucy. Anyways, we have, like, my fiance's parents are watching the pit bull, Lumpy, and, like, all is fine and dandy, but, like, they cannot watch Lucy because they have 2 bigger dogs, and little dogs just don't mix well, so it's just, I don't want to make their dogs uncomfortable because it's already a lot for one of their dogs to have that additional dog, being Lumpy, in the house. So I don't want to have Lumpy and Lucy, and especially because, like, the dog that has more issues with smaller dogs is, like, a dominant dog, but Lucy is also a dominant dog, and then Lumpy is very, like, what is that? Submissive. Yeah. He's, like, very, very submissive, so, like, if he, you know, they keep all the dogs separated. They keep Lumpy with the older dog, and he's, like, fine, but Lumpy does backflips over that dog. Anyways, this is yada, yada, yada. My dad was supposed to watch Lucy, and then my dad said, JK, can't watch Lucy. So I think she's just going to come with us. Thankfully, the place we're going, she's able to come with us. But I was under the impression me and my fiance were going to drive ourselves with Lucy. And also, I wanted to do that because we're taking off that Friday. So I'm like, well, I want to go down early. And we are.
Oh, okay.
I want to go down early. I want to go to this ice cream place. I want to check out some of the stores. I just want to dilly-dally around. And my fiance's like, Haley, no, you have people drive you down. And I was like, but why? What if I want alone time? What if I want to go somewhere that not everywhere else, everyone else wants to go? And she's like, well, it's our trip, so we just make them. And I'm like,
with the dog in somebody else's car?
Well, that's also what I'm saying. Like, the dog in someone else's car, like, that doesn't make sense to me. And, like, it's just like, I'm like, this whole time I've been planning for it just to be us in the car. Like, Becca, me, Lucy. Lucy being the dog.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's just gonna be us. Like, it'll be fine. And then now it's like, haha, no. And I'm like, who's gonna drive us? Who's gonna let Lucy in the car? Who's gonna, she sheds so much.
I know.
So that's why I'm like, oh
I'm allergic to her to the point that, like, my ear, nose, and throat, like, everything gets all jacked up.
Mm-hmm. So
like,
I don't know what we're doing.
That's
and we've not talked to anyone yet.
I know, someone.
And that's what I'm telling my fiance. And then I was, one of my siblings is in the car. My siblings is like, no, yeah, like, I would be really annoyed if you guys made me drive you guys in my car with Lucy, who sheds so much. And I'm like, it's not the problem with her at the place. Like, that's fine. Like, we're good. I'm bringing my small vacuum. I'm gonna be vacuuming everything before we go. But, like, we're only going to be there for 2 nights, so she's not going to have so much time to, like, create fur balls all over the lake house or whatever. But
no. I'm with you on this.
And we're not fighting over it, but it's just like this is what we're supposed to do, but then I'm like, but this is how we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, like I get, like if Lucy wasn't involved, then I would be like, yeah, Becca, that makes sense.
Yes.
However, I'm definitely still the type of person that I need some control of my life.
So we're trying to figure out if there, but then there's the thing, literally all of our friends are coming with us. So we can't just be like, hey, can you go let Lucy out a couple times a day? The only person that's not going is, honestly, maybe I'll actually, there's a couple people that aren't going because they can't go, so maybe we'll talk to them about coming and letting Lucy out. We did talk about that, but then that still brings me back to my, like, I have no alone time if we don't have a car. That means that we have to go down when everyone else goes down. We have to leave as soon as everybody else leaves, and what if I want to stay down there a little bit extra longer?
No, yeah. I'm with you on that, because for me, it's like, I noticed your brother's the same way. He wants that sense of control.
Oh, yeah, and I know darn well that one's going to drive there all the way himself. I don't want anyone in my car.
Yeah.
I'm going to go by myself.
He's totally like me on that. 100%. I don't like to be under somebody else's commands.
So then she was saying that we were going to drive with her two brothers, and both of them are, like, very into cars. So, like, they're not going to want dog hair all up in their cars. And I'm like, I just don't know that's going to work. And then I was like, well, what if I just want to stop at Buc-ee's? What if I just want to stop at Buc-ee's?
And you are like that. You'll spend hours at Buc-ee's.
No, I don't like Buc-ee's. It gives me anxiety. It's okay, but I don't love it.
It's fun. It's an experience.
Hours at other random stores.
Cracker Barrel?
No.
You did before.
I'm in and out on Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay.
I go in, I look for Squishmallows, I find what I want or I don't, and then I leave.
Okay.
But do I stop at almost every Cracker Barrel? Yes. I do. Not as much anymore, but I did.
But it's the fact that
I just need to have freedom.
Yes. You get to dictate what you want. And that would be my argument. If it's
because I'm too shy to just say it when it's not mine or Becca's car. Like, when we were going to Kansas with our friend Jake in the back seat, he had to deal with every single stop I wanted to make. Yes, we also let him choose stops too, but
occasionally.
Yeah. So it was a whole thing. So anywho, I know it's not traditional to, like, drive yourself down, and I probably, like, really thinking about it with how many people are going, there are going to be so many different cars, because it's like, okay, this couple is going early for setup. Then, like, I know my brother's driving separately. I know Becca's brothers will go together. We have 3 or 4 friends, and I feel like they could drive together, but I don't know if they will. I feel like they might separate 2 and 2. So we'll just put them as 5. And then...
Is there enough places for everyone to sleep?
We're bringing an air mattress.
Oh.
But yes, there is. There's going to be at least 7 cars that are going. I think that was counting me and Becca.
Is there enough space for them to park?
Yes.
Oh. I would just take your own car. This is where I think you're just going to have to dig your heels into the ground and say, this is not the traditional...
Like, if we're not taking Lucy, then that's fine. But I'm also like... I don't want to be the reason to burden people. Like, you know, what if I want to go to this store or that store, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I'm saying. Like...
I don't think that I will, but I like to have the option. That's why I like to car camp, because it's like if I go to one spot and okay, if you rent a hotel and you get to that hotel and you don't like where it's at, you have to stay there unless you want to pay money to rent a whole new one. I like car camping because I can go to one camp spot, hate it, leave, go to a different camp spot.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like that one, I could go to a different one. Like, I could just be boo-bop all around, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's...
No, I agree with you. Like, even if Lucy doesn't go, I still feel like...
And I'm fine to even drive people in my car. But they're just going to have to be fine with me making pit stops. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that cookie's crumbling.
Worst case, send Becca with somebody else and you drive you and Lucy.
No, I don't want to drive without Becca. That sounds awful.
I'm just saying. Then you still have your freedom.
No, but it's not fun without Becca.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I really like to have alone time, but I like to have alone time with Becca, so it's like, yeah. And she's like, I don't want to drive 3 hours. I'm like, I'll drive 3 hours. In your car? Yes, in my car. Okay, let's take your car. But my car? That's like how the conversation went. So we have to see if we can find anyone to watch Lucy. We're still trying to figure that out. And then if not, then we'll probably definitely all be able to finesse to take my car. And then if someone can watch Lucy, then I'm going to have to finesse even harder. I don't know. I think I just need to tell her my reasonings and explain it better. Because before I just said it because, like, because I want to. That was my only reason.
Communication's huge.
Yes, I know. So, but we also had my younger sibling in the back seat screaming, I'm with Haley on this one. Come on, everyone. I'm with Haley on this one. So, there's that. Anyways.
I guess that, what is it? Is that long enough? Obviously, all that gets chopped out.
Yeah, like maybe it'd be like 25 minutes.
I don't think that's bad.
No, okay, we can go to here. Okay, so that is going to be all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed, be sure to, if you're on our YouTube, subscribe. If you're on our Spotify, follow.
5 stars.
Yeah, if you're on Spotify, also please rate us 5 stars. And if you're on YouTube, you can also give us a thumbs up. And if you would like to share our link over on Facebook to push the word out there that we have a podcast, that would be greatly appreciated.
And just to end this all on a question. So, question, did anybody else feel the solar eclipse effects? Are y'all struggling? Also, we need kitty cat tips. Make them cohabitate together.
Yeah.
And lastly, please answer this. What do you feel? Haley, drive the car down or ride with everybody else? We need to know. And like I said, or like Haley said, 5 stars, that's all that Spotify allows. So thank you guys so much for clicking that 5 stars and subscribing.
Yes. And until next time,
as always,
kisses from Kentucky. Mwah. Bye. Bye.